I have no idea what happened. They just said your broadcast has ended. But anyways, I'm out here. Decided to take a walk. Feeling a little funky today. Got some shit on my mind. My body's hurting. Frustrated, sad, all sorts of different things. But decided I need to go out and get me a walk. Get me a walk. Get outside. Get some sunshine. Get some vitamin D on my skin. And then look at it. It starts raining. Starts raining. I wasn't even going to do a Facebook Live. I wasn't even going to do nothing. I was out here listening to my music and enjoying the moments. And it started raining and I started laughing. I started laughing. You know why I started laughing? Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's raining. I'm getting wet. I got to call somebody. I got to run. I forgot to bring a jacket." All that shit, right? Like when it's raining in life, we tend to go, "Oh my God, it's water. It's water." I've got no sleeves on. I got shorts on. I'm cruising in my slip-ons. It is literally raining and it's just water, right? And so I thought about it because I'm laughing. I sent my wife a text message. I'm sure she's going to text me back. "Do you want me to come pick you up?" I'm like, "No, it's just water." You know, feels good. Feels good. The world's crying right now. And I'm bathing in the tears of humanity and the love and the joy that people are extending to one another in these turbulent times. So think about shit in your life. Like, man, it's water. Like, think about it in terms of water off a duck's back. Like, how can I let this slide? How can I not hang on to this animosity and this anger and this resentment and this frustration and this fear? How can I let go of all the years that I've been carrying around this stuff? And it doesn't serve me, right? It doesn't serve you. You carry this shit around and you think, "Oh my God, it's like a badge of honor how terrible my life was or how terrible my life is," right? How about focusing on the positives? How about, man, fucking water feels great on my skin. I'm so glad I get to be out here walking. I'm glad I get to experience the beautiful trees and the water hitting the leaves and being able to see people walking their dogs and enjoying the day. Hello, hello, beautiful day. So that's what you do, man. You get out and you enjoy life and you reap in the moments and you don't try to make sure you're so comfortable and everything's so perfect and all that shit. You go out there and live and you push yourself, right? I told you my body's hurting, I'm fucking frustrated. I got all sorts of things I bitch about. Came outside, put some music on as I subscribe and prescribe to you guys. I have a playlist. I'm sitting here listening to that music. I'm listening to the emotion of the music. I'm getting excited about the stuff I'm doing with music. I just secured the lead singer of Saliva. It's a rock band. I just secured him to be on the Raw and Unscripted Show Music Edition. Got some exciting shit going out. So I came out here in the rain, reminding me that it can cleanse us, right? And why do we run away from being uncomfortable? And why do we run away and get so butthurt when things aren't just right or perfect or our expectations aren't being met? All right. Somebody asked me a question the other day, and I said, "If you want to know the secret of life, ooh, that's some thunder. That's some thunder, and some bird just went screaming. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? It's coming from over there. Where's my finger? It's coming from right there. Hi, I'm Christopher Rausch, and today weather report here in Southern California is all of a sudden fucking raining, but it's going to be sunny here in a minute. I know it is. And that's the same thing in life. It can be sunny in your life at moments. The clouds will part, right? The tornadoes and the thunderstorms and the hurricanes, they don't always last forever, right? And there's an opportunity for us to find the sunshine within our own lives and with our own beliefs, right? If you believe that the sun's going to come out, and you believe that everything that's happening in your life is happening for your benefit. What's up, Sebastian? Hey, brother, it's so good to see you. Out here enjoying a nice rainy walk, lifting up the spirits of my fellow brothers and sisters in this chaotic time, reminding people, right? Fucking enjoy the flowers. We plant the flowers, we think we're going to enjoy the flowers, but then we die and the flowers die, and nobody ever enjoys the flowers. So we have a responsibility for ourselves and to our kids and to the people who are looking up to us to set the example of leadership and compassion and empathy. If you're one of those people that's running around your house all pissed off and angry and yelling at the news and commiserating with your partner and talking to your friends on phone and Zoom and being so pissed off about everything and angry about those people and these people and they should do that, What example are you setting for your kid, man? I feel so sorry for the kids right now who are growing up in these households with assholes who are bigoted and racist and fucking condescending and closeted hip, 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 hypocritical Christians and all sorts of different faiths. Yeah, I'm calling you guys out. He's, oh, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. But what about this? And what about this? What about this? Well, Jesus does also say this. And they're looking for the loophole in fucking God's rule. I'm like, no, no. Doesn't God say to love everybody? Doesn't it say we're all created in the image of God? Aren't we more the same than we are different? Right? Let's just stop for a minute. I'm helping people do this. They're stopping. And I said, can you listen to a motherfucker for a minute? Can you listen to a person and say, hey, listen, you know what? I, on the surface, completely disagree with everything that you're saying. I can't understand how you're not fucking committed. But you must have a reason for your beliefs. And you know what I love to do? I love to shut up and listen because I don't do that often. And I'd like to understand where it is that you develop these beliefs, where it is that you get your news source. Was this something that was ingrained with you and your family? Have your family always been Republicans? Have your family always been independents? Have your family always been Buddhists? Whatever it might be. And then listen and then go, wow, you know what? Instead of finding what's different, instead of deciding what I'm going to pick on about this person and how I'm going to prove them wrong, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop for this. I'm going to stop and I'm going to think, you know what? We have a lot of stuff in common. You know, we don't share the same sexual orientation. We don't share the same religion, but you know what? I'm with you on the point of having safety and opportunity for our kids and not to have them shot up in schools. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on the fact that to each his own. Like, if that floats your boat and that's cool and it doesn't impact me, fucking A, dude, go find love. Go be in love. Go spread love, right? It's not for me and it's okay. It's like the old days. If you don't like it, you turn the channel, right? Bob keeps scrolling. Bob doesn't stop on those things. Don't allow yourself to get caught in those traps and allow yourself to be triggered. Because when you allow yourself to be triggered, what do? You give away your control. You give away your ownership of your life. Oh, that person makes me so mad. I asked somebody recently and I said, you got buttons, right? Yeah. People push your buttons? Yeah, all the time. And I said, hey, what if you didn't have buttons? Oh, they looked at me like they just fucking sniffed a smelly asshole. What? I said, what if you didn't have buttons? What if people didn't push them? What if you didn't let them? What if you just decided in the morning that, hey, you know what? No matter what comes across my path, I'm going to show love and empathy and kindness. You know what? If I don't agree with something and I feel like it's worth something arguing about, I might say, hey, can we have a conversation about this? I'd like to share my opinion, as opposed to just diving in and proving somebody wrong and making them feel like shit so you can walk off feeling holier than thou because you were right. Right? It's your opinion. It's not truth. People ask me all the time, Chris, what do you think? And I said, I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what the fucking truth is. I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to trust. For me, I got to look at 17 news sources and go, okay, it seems to make sense that that's true, right? I don't know what's true. But what I know is true is that I have the ability and the compassion every single day to say hi to people and to ask them how they're doing and to listen and to show empathy and compassion and use my voice and my passion to be able to make this world a more beautiful place. Good morning. Just doing that. Just saying hi to people and making them smile and making the cash register person smile. We all have that power to do that. Making our neighbor smile, maybe walking up to them. If you make bread, my wife does this. She's making bread for the neighbors. She's walking up, hey, I make sourdough bread. I'm pretty damn good at it. Love to just share some love with you. Like a neighbors 2 days later brought us a whole bunch of eggs. They have chickens. How fucking cool is that? I can guarantee you also we do not agree because I can tell by the flags in our front yards. Mine's all love, unity, hope, and hey, it's a beautiful world, right? And I encourage you to think about this also. We don't want everybody to agree with us. Jesus Christ. How boring would that be? We need to have contrast in our life. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Sebastian Acevedo? Sebastian and I worked together for many, many years, had many deep conversations. I love you, brother. I appreciate you. Together we can use our charisma and our smile, man, just to light up people and to encourage other people to do that too. Because I've done that. I said, hey, what if you didn't walk around so grumpy and pissed off? And what if you smiled at people? And how do you think that might change how it is you interact with the people you love the most? Because I see people all pissed off and frustrated and not taking care of their health. And I'm like, who do you love the most? Oh, my kids. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love your kids? 10. How well are you taking care of yourself? 4, you're a fucking idiot. And I don't say that to be mean. I say that to shock you. Like, no, you're not taking care of yourself. You're frustrated. You're bitter. You're not looking for another job. You're not looking for a side hustle. You're wondering what you're going to do when your job gets eliminated. Fucking do something now, right? I've done a couple of shows recently about the reality of life right now. And it's not about politics. It's about the reality of what's coming and what you can do to prepare and how you can prepare yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, how you can build a team of people around you, a community of people that can trade eggs and do stuff like that just in case shit goes south. Do you have 3 weeks of food on hand? Do you have some sort of backup batteries or flashlights when the power grid goes down because of all the supercomputers taking up all the juice and all the electric cars? They're not rebuilding the infrastructure, are they? No. So yeah, there is a lot of shit, but together we'll get through this because anytime in your life, what has happened in the tough times, right? Sebastian and I have both faced career challenges. Let's just put it that way. um, what happens? It sucks. You go through an emotional roller coaster. You go through the different stages of grief, and then you go, hey, that might have just been the best thing that ever fucking happened to me. And I'm sure Sebastian will agree with that. Um, back on, what is it, November 7th or November 11th of 2019, I walked into the place we both worked at, and I was invited to go home that day after 26 years. Loyal service. Horrible, horrible fucking experience. COVID hit. Got to stay home with my kid, got to be a dad. Didn't have to stress about a whole lot of stuff. And I got to let a whole lot of stuff go. And then I realized that invitation to leave was the best thing that ever happened to me. In that moment, it was not. But in these moments right now, that's when you find out what you're made of. You can either react with the situation or you can respond to the situation. You can sit there and say, okay, hey, the best thing I can do is be prepared. And if I'm prepared and we don't need it, fucking hell. Yeah, that's why I am. That's the way I am. I've got a generator. I've got batteries, got flashlights. I got solar power. I got a bunch of stuff. And I also have ways to defend myself too, because there's the reality of the situation too. So all of this to say what? Ah, it's raining again. All this is coming back to the beginning, right? The rain will come in your life. You can create the rain within your own mental attitude, or you can create the sunshine. And I'm not telling yourself to blow smoke up your ass, but like I was having a bad moment, a bad day earlier today, and frustrated, and blah. I said, let me get outside. Let me get some air in my lungs. Let me get some music in my brain. Let me look around. Let me smile at people. Let me take in some oxygen, even though I'm in pain. Best thing I could do all day. I'm going to go back and I'm going to feel on fire for doing this and sharing this out. I know I impacted people. And yeah, that's what we can do. So I encourage you to take responsibility of your life. Tune into my podcast last night or Tuesday night was amazing. Also, I'm going to start doing music podcasts. So music and life, talking to musicians and artists about the intersection of life and lyrics and melodies and things we can kind of tune into. Right. So I love doing that. And got my group coaching program. So if you want to coach me, it's totally affordable. We're going to start working on 2026 goals. And I will tell you this, it's no bullshit. I'm not a salesperson. The people that are in that group are fucking crushing it. They don't even leave. They've been there for 2.5 years. It was literally supposed to be a 6-week group coaching program. But because it's super affordable, people don't stay. People don't leave. Well, actually, people do leave. And then they have excuses. And then they continue doing the same shit. And then they say, Chris, I want to come back. And then they don't. And it's crazy. It's really weird. So, what I can do to help you, even if it's just to talk, if you're having a bad moment, and I know you guys will watch this at different times, seriously, this is my offer, and I'm going back to doing this like I did through COVID. If you're having challenges, mental challenges, whatever, and you want to talk, let's talk. Let's jump on the phone, jump on a Zoom. I got you. Together, we got each other. That's what I'm going to ask. I used to do pay it forward coaching. When I first started coaching, this is how I got into it. I didn't do it for the money. I was making 6 figures in my job. I was fine. I started doing pay it forward coaching where I do coaching with you for 6 weeks. We pick an issue, we pick a challenge, pick something you want to work on, and we do that. And then during that 6 weeks, you go do 3 nice things for complete strangers, and then you tell me about it. That's pay it forward coaching. Because I found out, kind of like pay it forward the movie. If you've never seen it, go watch it. It'll lift your spirits. Or Patch Adams with Robin Williams. Those 2 movies in a row, I highly, highly recommend if you're having a funky day. Both will undoubtedly fucking rock your world. And so I started doing pay it forward, and I found out my coaching was important and it was good. It was the things that people were doing for others. That's the cool thing. It's like, Chris, I fucking went and donated at a homeless shelter. Oh, I went and, cleaned out kennel cages for horses. Oh, I went and did Cub Scout, whatever it might be. Then you come back and you're like, fuck, man, I didn't realize how much I have. Because oftentimes we're focusing on what we don't have. And we're focusing on, oh, when I have that, then I'll be happy. When I have the job, when I have the recognition, when I have the ratings, when I have the money, when I have the girl, anything, then I'll be happy. And one of my big successes in life is being able to sit there and get people to realize that it's not someday. It's not someday on a calendar. It is about today. It is about, fuck, I can walk. I'm breathing. I'm not in a hospital on a ventilator. I just didn't get a cancer diagnosis. My dad just didn't die. My dog just didn't die. You know, and there's things in my life. I mean, my fish is almost dying. My dog is probably hopefully got 6 months. I don't know. There's a lot of tragedy and a lot of things I can focus on. But man, for today, I'm here. I'm here right now. And I'm focusing on the good shit in my life because I know when I do that, it attracts. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So when you're feeling good and you're flowing as you should, as who you are, right? One of the things I love about the new artist Youngblood or Dominique Harrison is he just talks about like when you're in flow with who you are, it's amazing who you connect with, and people won't like it, and people will come after you, and people will say shit, and you wish those people well because most likely they're coming from a place of insecurity rather than security. They're coming from a place of no confidence as opposed to confidence. And anytime I've seen somebody rip me apart or do something like that, which is very infrequent, I must admit, I'm very thankful for that. But when that has happened, when somebody has tried to say I wasn't being real, whatever it might be, um, no offense to that person, but I could go on their timeline and if I didn't know them well, I could go back through and read and figure out exactly what kind of person they are and what kind of person they're trying to portray, or if they're actually real people and maybe there's some truth in what it is that that person's saying, right? Sometimes we have to sit there and go, oh, rather than defending it or getting pissed off or trying to find the validation or whatever. Sometimes we got to go, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. And if you're not listening to people who are brighter and smarter than you, then you're screwing up. You're screwing up. You need mentors in your life. You need people. You need a team. Somebody you trust. Somebody who empowers you. Somebody that holds you accountable, and somebody who mentors you. And it can't be the different people, right? So you have those people in your life. You call them. You ask them for help. You give them help. We build communities, and it's not easy. It's not perfect, but man, if I died after this, and this is what my family got to see me doing, and said, Dad was always on point. Even if he was fucking struggling or whatever, he still did it because that's just who I am. That's who I will always be till the day that I die. I will be a fighter. I will be a lover. Um, I'll tell you guys this because I am transparent. I just did a 2-day gun safety class. Um, and spent 16 hours with a bunch of people I didn't know from different walks of life. And I wound up hugging half of them. Like, I'm a hugger. I'm not a fighter. I don't want to be here. I don't want to ever fucking want to have to discharge my weapon. I don't want to have to do these things. I don't have to know all these laws and everything. But I gotta, be smart and protect my family. And I'm a firm believer that if you have it, you don't need it. But in that room, there was a bunch of beautiful people, scared, big, tough people, scared about what's going on. So let's work on ourselves. Let's work on one another. Let's build our communities. And whatever I can do to support you guys, please let me know. Go back and check out like the last 6 episodes of the Raw and Unscripted show. It's all vulnerability. It's all about heart. There is no normal is one of them. I guess I could turn around. Uh, there is no normal is one of them. Tuesday nights was how to protect your peace in divided times because a lot of people think it's divided times. But I tell people if you watch the news and go on social media, sure, it's divided. But I'm a fucking fan. I'm a huge believer in going out in the world and looking around and going, being in a crowd of people going, if I drop to my knees right now and ask for help, I'm guessing everybody around would stop. And, some people wouldn't help, but a lot of people would help and they wouldn't give a shit who I voted for. They would look at me and go, oh my God. People can make assumptions about me all the time about how I look. Oh my God, is he a homeless guy? Is he a crazy guy? He said, whatever. Is he a rock star? Do I know him? That's what I usually get. I get people fucking whispering and staring at me. And I just think it's funny. I just look at them. Yeah. Who knows? Are you Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters? Yeah. Want my autograph? No, just kidding. Ah, but have fun. Have fun. What's up, Richard Kaufman? Thank you, brother. That's what I was talking about, man. Spreading the love. I wasn't going to do this live. You can go back and watch it from the beginning why I did it. Um, but I just felt like, hey, man, here's another opportunity for me to bring love and light and compassion to the world. Because I know a lot of people who follow me have a lot of different beliefs, and I get people sending me stuff from all different aspects of life. And I don't like to say sides or whatever, because I am definitely not a fucking fan of labels. I do not like labels. And I do not like people saying all Democrats or all Republicans or all Trump supporters or all vaccine supporters, all of them, none of them, everyone. It's stop saying that shit. Stop saying that shit. What's up? What the fuck that is? Okay. Uh, I don't know. People are funny. Gardner fucking mouthing off at me for some reason. They're being funny. I don't know. Ooh, it's raining again. All right, I'm gonna put this fucking phone down 'cause my arm's killing me. I love you guys. Spread the love. Put in the comments what you're doing to spread the love. And if you're one of those people that does happen to lose your shit every once in a while and post stuff, just always ask. Even in your personal conversations, this has been a game changer for me. Is what I'm about to say going to help or serve or provide some good use, right? Am I just talking to complain? Am I just talking to bringing something up? Am I trying to, yeah, I was right? None of us are right. None of us. What's up, Mark Gasser? Thank you, brother. None of us are right. I can tell you that. And we're all losing unless we stand together. Stand together, right? Let's help our communities out. Let's help our homeless. If you got a little extra cash, maybe put a note in your community bulletin like, hey, if you need cat food or dog food, I'm here. People are struggling to feed their animals. How cool would it be for you to be that person, to be able to offer a bag of dog food, a bag of cat food, keep some on hand? People are struggling, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see love and community and unity. I'm reaching out and I'm speaking my truth because I'm reaching out to my city council person, just my ward person. We have wards, whatever. It sounds terrible. I'm gonna reach out to them and say, hey, let's, what can we do? Community of unity. What can we bring, right? What can we bring? Can we do a unity event in the park? And each person who has a specialty gift comes there and shares that. My wife can bake bread. I can do motivational speaking. Somebody else could be legal advice. Somebody else could be a nutritionist, whatever. And then we all each help each other out in our own little fucking community. And like, oh, hey, man, I've been needing that. Oh, hey, I've been needing that. And we start giving business to each other, right? And maybe, just maybe, if people have differing opinions and, are open to it, maybe we start having conversations and open dialogue, right? I'm going to probably be doing that here on my show pretty soon, where I'm going to be talking to people with different beliefs, or maybe the same beliefs. I don't know. The ultimate conclusion of the conversation for me will be, hey, man, I heard you. I hear you. And fuck, I saw something different. I see something different. And now I won't jump to conclusions about that. And you know what? When people in my circle start mouthing off about that, I'm going to stop them and say, hey, wait a minute. Can I share something with you that I recently learned? We have to speak up. We have to speak up to the opinionated assholes in our life that won't accept any other form of opinion or belief. We know who those people are. Oh, I can't bring up that. Then why are you with that person? Why are you hanging around a person that won't allow you your space to say, hey, listen, I agree with you. However, isn't that person entitled to their beliefs? Hey, here's the thing to consider. This has helped me out a ton. If I lived that person's life, if I walked in that person's shoes, if I grew up with that person's parents and family members and teachers and preachers and neighbors and in that time of the the history, might I be like them? Ask yourself that question. Might I be like them? Might I be like my dad if I grew up in the 20s and 30s, in the middle of the Great Depression, in the middle of World War One? I'm not sure about the dates on all that, so you have to verify that. But you know what I'm saying? Might I have been like my dad if I was abused? Yeah, but they should have known better. Of course, we'd all love to say that, but they didn't. And sometimes they really did the best with what they could, with what they had. And we get to choose whether we become a victim of that or we get to choose whether we become a victor of that and everything in our life, whether it's you getting laid off right now by the government, whatever it might be. This is your time to sit there and look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I going to fucking man up, woman up, or am I going to run and hide? Right? Get resourceful. Again, I'm here to help you guys. What's up, Mark? Mark says, thought for the day. Let's focus on obligations and responsibilities, rights and privileges. Love you, bro. Yeah, man. Yo, it is about love. Thank you, Mark. And man, if I could get a couple of people every single day just to stop and see more love than hate and more love than fear and be more part of the solution than the problem. If me, this is fucking dead serious. If I, Christopher Rausch, here in Riverside, California on Thursday at 1:04 p.m., if I can start a movement and inspire people, let's all do it. Let's all do it, man. It'd be so amazing for all the politicians, senators, House representatives, governors, mayors. It would be fucking amazing for them to see us all rise up and say, hey, listen, we're going to take care of this. We're going to take care of this. Hey, man, I know that recidivism in the jail systems is like 80%. Maybe I'm going to volunteer my skills and my expertise at the local community center to maybe to help and contribute. Maybe I've got an amazing story. I could go talk to jails and inspire people. I've thought about doing that as well. All sorts of things we do. All right. So I love you. I'm going to go back to listen to my music. And if this has provided you value, sustenance, please share it out. It'll be on my YouTube page later. If you're not on the YouTube, please go there. Christopher Rausch, the Christopher Rausch, Rausch. If you just go to Google and you hashtag No Excuses Coach, you'll see a bunch of stuff. But let's do this together. And if you could think of a name for the movement, I'm thinking Unity of Community or Community of Unity. If you could think of something related to my brand, Kick-Ass Unstoppable Community, Kick-Ass Unstoppable Love, One World, One Love, Kick-Ass Unstoppable, whatever it might be. If you could think of something, put it in the bleepity bloops down there. And let's do this, man. Let's do this. How fucking cool would that be? And I didn't even think I was gonna do this or say this. How cool would it be if you and I together, all of us, no matter what we believe in or who we voted for, that we just said, you know what, let's do this. Let's bring some love. Let's bring some purple to the world. All right. I love you guys. Put in the bleepty boops. Years.